Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to it. Yes, I'm wearing the same shirt y'all seen in the last video, which was a cover I did because I was feeling like doing a cover. So I did it. Y'all are seeing this Sunday. That does not mean just because I posted the video yesterday and I'm posting the video today doesn't mean I'm posting every single day. It just, this video happens to be posted a day later. But I am filming this Friday, November 10th. It's 10:32 p.m. And ignore the bump I have right here. If y'all could tell me what that is, I would appreciate it, because I tried to Google it. I'm thinking it's a cold sore. But I've had a bumpy on my lip right here many times before, and it doesn't feel like a bump. It just feels like skin. Like, it doesn't feel like it's a bump. Doesn't even hurt. Probably should start touching it. But not gonna talk about Matthew Perry. I'll talk more about Matthew Perry when there is like cause of death. He deserves to be talked about, like, in every single video I post about, because he was that incredible guy that everybody loved. But I'm gonna talk about somebody that nobody loves. Maybe before all this shit came out, there was a couple of people who loved him. Me, I'm ashamed to say this, but me included. I love this guy. He was on, I didn't like that 70s show, but I loved The Ranch, Ashton Kutcher, and Danny Masterson. And I'm not going to be talking about, well, I'll probably talk about Ashton Kutcher. It depends. If I say Ashton Kutcher's name, then I say his name and I'll talk about him all. But I'm going to be talking about Danny Masterson. And the crimes that have happened. I am going to play y'all a video that Yahoo posted. Okay, it's going to be dark for a second. That Yahoo posted 2 months ago. So it's basically just like a recap on everything. So I'll play that. Whoa. Let the camera refocus. I'll play that video right now.
So in March 2017, the LAPD confirmed that they were investigating Danny Masterson for alleged sexual assaults. 3 female accusers came forward. We all reported about it at the time, but it sort of felt like it just went away. But once Me Too happened in October, that December, Netflix, because of a lot of pressure, launched an investigation, and he was eventually written off his hit show The Ranch with Ashton Kutcher, which was really the biggest thing he'd done since that 70s show. This first went to trial last year. We first heard from the women who we aren't naming. They're all Jane Doe 1, Jane Doe 2, Jane Doe 3, and their stories were pretty horrific. They detailed in graphic detail violent alleged sexual assaults, all that took place at his home in the Hollywood Hills. In November, a mistrial was declared because the jury was deadlocked. The prosecution vowed to retry the case, and they did. That happened this past spring, and there were 2 big differences this time around. They really honed in on the fact that Masterson allegedly drugged the women before assaulting them. In the first trial, the judge would not allow the term drugging. Scientology was also mentioned a lot more the second time around because a judge ruled that further evidence related to the church could be heard at the retrial. He's one of the church's most famous members, aside from Tom Cruise, and all 3 women are ex-Scientologists. The Church of Scientology has denied having any policy that forbids their members from going to police, like some of these women have claimed. But they all claim they've been harassed by the church ever since coming forward. And clearly the new strategies worked. In May, a jury found Masterson guilty of 2 of the 3 counts of rape, and this week he will be sentenced. He faces up to 30 years. I anticipate we will hear from the women again. I believe they'll be allowed to give victim impact statements. One thing to note during both trials is Danny never took the stand in his own defense. No witnesses were called. So it's going to be really interesting to see who's going to try to make the case for leniency. Will he ask his famous friends like Ashton Kutcher for leniency? I don't know. That to me is one of the biggest question marks that will be interesting to see this week.
Okay, so that y'all just saw. So he has been convicted 2 counts of RA. Not gonna finish it. RA. I can probably read my lips. But actually I'll say it. Rape. But and I think I filmed a video on that day. I may have posted it on here. I may have posted a video. I don't know. I think I filmed a video and posted it somewhere. And if I did post it on here, I need to find that video and delete it. Because in that video, I said some things that I said a lot of things, and pretty much every single thing I said in that video that I'm thinking I filmed, but I could be making the video that I filmed up. I don't know, but I don't know why, but I do remember filming the video, and I remember saying in that video a lot of things that I now look back at and regret. Like every single word I said in that video, I regret. Like, if I did film a video, I don't know why I'm thinking I didn't, but at the same time I'm thinking I did film a video. But if I'm remembering correctly, I said he's being like, I don't know, being set up by someone. Somehow this is all like a lie. There's these people are after something. I don't know what they could be after. They're just after something. And I was like, if he doesn't file an appeal sometime soon, then that means that maybe this is all true. He ended up filing an appeal a couple of days ago. But I believe what he's been convicted of is true. He's obviously gonna fight it. And his wife has filed for divorce like a month ago. Haven't really seen anything big come out about their divorce, so he's either taking his time, the divorce happening, or is, I don't know, being kept under wraps or something, where the news outlets that I follow just aren't saying shit because it has something to do with a convicted rapist, and they're just not wanting to get into that anymore. Well, they were kinda posting a video every now and then of what was going on with the trial, and then pretty much every news outlet that I followed posts a video of him being, he's convicted, he's guilty, he's been guilty, he's been guilty, he's been guilty. And I'm just like, now you're saving face by not saying anything now about a divorce. Like, I could use the knowledge. Do I really wish he didn't do what he did? Yes. Because then all these victims wouldn't have this trauma that they have to deal with now. I mean, at least they got justice. I just hate how I really started watching and fell in love with the wrong TV show, The Ranch. Because it has something to do with Danny Masterson, aka he's the actor, one of the actors in it. So it makes that show harder to, I mean, the way because Netflix fired him off that show because of all this, and the way Netflix did it, they killed off his character, aka his character was killed. So they had, there was a funeral of his character dying, and I cried the first time I watched the episode, and because I don't know, the trial didn't happen then, I mean, everything was out then, it's just the trial hadn't happened then. I don't believe it. And so, yeah. I cried about his character dying. Seems like a good actor on the show. But a terrible person. Terrible, 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 terrible. Like, terrible in all capital letters, like infinity times. Terrible person. But I gotta say, this was gonna come out one time or another, whether he was on a TV show or not, or in a movie or not, and gets fired from the movie. And I loved Ashton Kutcher up until I saw the video of Ashton Kutcher and Mila Kunis. To me, seems like in the video, and probably everyone else saw, fake apologies, and like every time I see that video, I see fake written all over it. Like they don't mean it. And I'm just like, they have 2 kids, a son and a daughter, and this is like, I really hope we are raising kids the way kids should be raised, and not like putting them through all bad trauma. Like I don't know. I'm just kind of worried for the kids. Like, there was always shady stuff about Ashton Kutcher, but it was kept on the DL, the down low, because he is an A-list celeb. So is his wife. So is his ex-wife. And it's just, like, it's a very bad spot to be in. And they probably thought, oh, this will blow over in 2 weeks. Ashton Kutcher hasn't posted anything else on Instagram since that video. Like, he posted that video and then got hate for it, like a lot of hate for it, and just dipped. And then Mila Kunis, she doesn't have Instagram, so not able to check that to see when the last time she posted was, because she hasn't posted last because she doesn't have an Instagram. Like, I do want to know all the deep dark secrets about Danny Masterson's marriage and the divorce now with Bijou Phillips. Like, is she divorcing just to save face and, I don't know, asset reasons and all that? She could be. But a video I just watched, the girl in the video said that if she's saving face and the assets reason on all that, then this would be a speedy divorce. And what I think when she says speedy, I think it will take under like 2 months for the divorce to happen, and this won't be like a drawn out thing. Well, it's been a month, so I think they're actually divorced, and like I think their relationship as a couple is over. Like they're just over, they're done. Like I think she was staying with him because, oh, she thought in the back of her head, oh, he's gonna be found not guilty. And then once the guilty came out, 3 days later she went and filed divorce. And maybe she saw something that day that was like, oh, he's been lying to me, and saying, oh, this didn't happen, when in reality it did happen, here are the facts, and that's why she filed for divorce and wants to get as far away from him as possible, or I don't know. And this has to do with Scientology. I hate it. Like, Scientology gives me the creeps. Like, I'm scared. Like, I'm really frightened of Scientology. Everyone should be. Because look at this Danny Masterson shit. Like, it's scary. Like, Scientology even killed one of the victims of Danny Masterson's 2 dogs. And it's just like, then how have they not actually killed an actual human being? What stops them from doing that? They could probably easily hide it. Like, Do I think Scientology one day, this is scary, like, this is scary ass shit that I'm fixing to say, but do I think Scientology could take over the world like AI, robots, everything else could take over the world? I hate to say it, but yeah, I think it could happen. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but it could. And that's a scary ass reality to live in. If that was to happen, I would be like, oh, I hope another planet's available for me to go live on. I'm peacing out, bye. Like, that's what I would do. Because I wouldn't want to be on a planet where that's happening. Who would? That's scary. That makes everything not illegal at that point to me. That makes it, oh, you can go shoplifting and you won't get arrested for it. You can kill someone and you won't get arrested for it. That's what I think. You can go rape someone and get away with it. And that's a very, 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 like, infinity very bad reality living. If that could happen. Thank God Danny Masterson didn't get away with it. He almost got away with it. Because there was a first trial and that one got deadlocked. Thank God another trial happened and he was convicted of 2. If he was only convicted of 1, he wouldn't be in prison today. But by the grace of God, he was convicted of 2 and now in prison. Don't know what prison he is currently in, but he's in a prison. And what I know is he doesn't get to see his child, which is obviously for the best. And just to think that there was a day where I actually loved him as a human being sucks. Okay, jail. I know it's prison, so jail, but okay. I just want to know the state of his location on jail. Has that former That 70s Show actor awaits his transfer to a California state prison where he'll serve out his sentence. Masterson is currently housed at the Men's Central Jail. Sorry, I can't talk. In Los Angeles. So he'll be going to a state prison. Okay, that's from TMZ. TMZ posted this September 8th of 2023, this year, obviously. Danny Masterson is being kept under constant surveillance behind bars, just in case he starts to show any signs of mental distress after being sentenced to 30 years in prison. The That 70s Show star is in jail as he awaits a transfer to a California state prison where he'll serve out the 30-year to life sentence for his rape conviction. Law enforcement sources tell TMZ Danny is under 24-hour video surveillance and deputies come by his cell every 30 minutes to check on him, with a goal of keeping tabs on his mental state and making sure he's safe. Should Danny show any signs of mental distress or tell his team or a deputy about a mental health issue, we're told he would be taken for a mental health exam. Stat. Danny certainly got a lot on his mind as we reported. He was sentenced Thursday to 30 years in prison after being convicted on 2 rape counts. Sean Hawley, I think that's how you said that person's name, Danny's lawyer tells TMZ the actor is mentally strong and feels confident his conviction will be overturned on appeal. He filed an appeal recently, based on his meetings with several top appellate attorneys. Danny's already familiar with life behind bars. As we first reported, he was kept in LA County Men's Central Jail in 4 months as he awaited sentencing. staying in the same area as other high-profile inmates, including Suge Knight and O.J. Simpson. Okay, let's talk about the appeal now. Because that's what I've been waiting this whole video to talk about, is the appeal, like literally. So, talk about the appeal. What I think if the appeal does work and he does get out and the appeal works and all this just goes away, or it will never go away, but it works. I think that will be a scary world to live in, because he will be a divorced man. Okay, a single man, which means he'll be able to go out and about and possibly rape more. And that's a scary ass reality to live in. Okay, this is from New York Post. Okay. Danny Masterson has filed to appeal his rape conviction. The former That 70s Show star, who is 47, was convicted of raping 2 women in May and sentenced to serve 30 years in prison on September 7th. According to The Blast, the actor and Scientologist filed to appeal his conviction. Masterson had been charged in 2020 with forcibly raping 3 women in 3 separate incidents that took place between 2001 and 2003. He pleaded not guilty to all 3 charges in January 2021. All 3 accusers took the stand in May 2021 to detail their allegations in a preliminary hearing. Before he was sentenced, 2 of the women gave victim impact statements to the judge, where they called him pathetic, disturbed, and completely violent, and added, "The world is better off with you in prison." The 3rd alleged victim told the court that she knew he belonged behind bars for the safety of all the women he came into contact with, adding, "I am so sorry, and I am so upset. I wish I had reported him sooner to the police." Following Masterson's conviction, his former co-stars Ashton Kutcher, who is 45, and his wife Mila Kunis, who is 40, landed in hot water after it was revealed they were letters supporting him before he was sentenced. "As a friend of Danny, has been nothing but a positive influence on me," Kutcher wrote in a letter obtained by the Post. "He's an extraordinary, honest, and intentional human being. Anytime that we were to meet someone or interact with someone who was on drugs or did drugs, he made it clear that wouldn't be a good person to be friends with," he stated. "Well, I'm aware that the judgment has been cast as guilty on 2 counts of rape by force, and the victims have a great desire for justice. I hope that my testament to his character is taken into consideration in sentencing," Kutcher wrote. Kunis praised him for being an extraordinary husband and father, and stated, "Witnessing his interactions with his daughter has been heartwarming and enlightening." In the ensuing controversy, Kutcher resigned from his anti-child sex abuse organization, Thorn, that he co-founded in 2009 with his ex-wife, Demi Moore. Masterson's wife, Bijou Phillips, has since filed for divorce and now has full custody of their 9-year-old daughter, Fiona. I think that's how you say their daughter's name. The Post reached out to a rep for Masterson for a comment, and no guest did not hear back. So that's what we're at now, is appeal. I know people don't want to wait on the appeal to happen, but first of all, he has to file the appeal, and then he waits for the appeal to be denied or accepted. And I think everyone's hoping that it gets denied. But I think there's a chance, not a big chance, but a small chance that it could be accepted. And if it gets accepted, I guess a new trial will happen, and Hopefully he's found at that trial guilty again. Maybe on more counts of rape. But how many trials does he want to go through, bro? Obviously he wants to go through all the trials he can to not be in prison. He's probably hating prison. He's probably being hated, being watched 24 hours a day to make sure he doesn't commit suicide. Because a lot of people who have been convicted to like very long ass sentences have committed suicide. And so that's another reason why they're watching him, is because he can commit suicide because he doesn't want to spend his entire life in a prison. Well, maybe he should have thought about that before he went committing these acts, these heinous acts of crime. You knew they were illegal. If you didn't know they were illegal, you would have accidentally told someone, "Oh, I did this to a couple of different girls," and yeah, you would have actually bragged about it. You probably did to people, and everyone hid your secret because you were in Scientology. But that's where we're at with it. But yeah, wanted to film some kind of video talking about some kind of true crime that happened recently, and that was one of the ones that I kind of kept tabs on. So I was like, why not film a video talking about him? But because I watched the video from see if I can find the video I watched it from, or the YouTube channel name I found the video from. Sorry. Okay, Coffee and Colts is the YouTube channel name. I watched the video. It's an hour and 47 minutes long. It's titled "Everything You Don't Know About Danny Masterson and His Crimes." And I watched it, and it's a very interesting video. So go watch that video if you want to know more about it, like go into deep detail about Danny Masterson and the crimes he committed. But yeah, I am gonna actually end this video here. So if you like this video, wait for the camera to refocus. So if you like this video, don't forget to like it. If you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell to get notified when I post a new video. But I'll see y'all in a couple of days with a brand new ass video. Peace, guys.